But I'm a bus driver. I can't be doing that.
Shit, like I said, I quit. You ain't even gotta fire me because my respect come over everything.
All right, y'all.
Those people in Richmond has no respect.
Richmond. Now, come on now. I live in Richmond.
Miss Tisa, you are an exceptional to the rule.
Thank
Them
you
other
very
niggas
much.
don't like
But you
him.
from New York.
That's right. I'm a native New Yorker, so I'm not
Please don't
Richmond
forget that. You are a New
size.
Yorker.
Right. Anyway, welcome to our show, Real Talk Uncut. I'm here with my co-host Sean, and we got a lot. Before I even, well, y'all know about the board on the left. You know, when it gets out of hand, we ask you to click that, and you'll get your time to talk. But after Sean introduced himself, I just wanted to bring up one thing I wasn't able to put on the board that we could briefly go over. So at this point, I want to just welcome everybody. Like I said, the show is live on YouTube. The links are in the board if you want to watch it later on. And I'm going to hand it over to Sean, and then we're going to get on with the show.
Oh, okay. Happy Sunday. Good evening. Whatever. I'm Sean. Love y'all. All right. Let's get on. Let's continue.
Let's do it, huh? But what I wanted to throw out there up front, y'all know about the trial that's going on with this mother's on trial because Ethan, I think Crumbly is the name, shot up the school in Michigan, killed 4 people. He's in jail for 3 or 4 life sentences, life. Remember we talked about that last week, but now the mother is on trial for negligence, for ignoring his cries for help. Yeah, she's on trial for manslaughter, and the father will be on trial. They're trying them separately. Do you think that's fair?
Wait, okay, I missed last Sunday. What did I miss last Sunday? Who's on trial?
I missed most of it too,
Okay,
because
so
I had to go
basically
to a
what she's
wedding. Yeah, go ahead, Sean.
what she's talking about is so a couple of years ago, the young man went into a school and basically shot up the school up and killed a lot of people, a lot of students, a lot of kids. And of course, the young man he put the trial, he was found guilty, and he went to jail. He got several, like what, 4 life sentences, I think.
Yeah.
He ain't never see like a day. And if he do, he's gonna be really old when he do it. But what Tisa's talking about is that the mother and the father are now be put on trial for because because the argument is that they didn't take his cries of help seriously, which led to him shooting up the school full of kids, and now they are going to be put on trial in charge of manslaughter and negligence.
Yeah.
And she's asking, is that fair for the parents to be charged as well as the son? And I personally think no, it's not.
Why you think
I
that?
don't think it's fair either.
I personally don't think it's fair only because as parents, I'm not a parent myself, so I'm only speaking from what I can see, what I've seen from my own mother and then people that have been around me. As parents, y'all do the very best you all can to raise your children. The children these days are influenced by social media, TV, music, and everything else under the sun, and no longer is it the whole child at home type of thing where they're influenced by their family and parents. So parents do the very best they can to do what they can for their child, and unfortunately, sometimes it doesn't always equal out to what you need. So, with that being said, a parent can only do but so much. When your child gets to a certain age, they're going to become their own person. They're going to do their own thing. They're going to become to their own emotions. With also being said, as when you get to a certain age, you got to be able to come to your parents and talk to them. If you just hold all your emotions and stuff in and say, "Oh, I'm fine, mom, I'm good," but the whole entire time you're dying inside because someone's bullying you or picking on you, and then you finally erupt and your action is shooting up a school. Your parents shouldn't be
I
accused.
know, but
Your parents shouldn't go down.
this child was crying out to the mom. The dad turned around and actually bought him the guns. Well, the mother's on trial now. Then
I know what y'all talking about now.
Yeah, then the mother's on trial now. I watched some of the trial, and she was cheating on her husband, worrying about her horses more than her own son. This is what I got out of it. If I was a jury on the stand, this is what I heard. But then again, there was certain things that came up, Sean, that matches what you said, that They also trying to blame the school because the day of the shooting.
Yeah, the school should be in trouble
I
too
mean,
because
Right.
he has a guidance counselor, he has a principal, there's security, and they just sit there and do nothing. If you're gonna put anyone in trial, you
so
might as well put the school in trial too,
Yeah,
right,
because
Berlin has the.
and
Oh,
this
I'm
and
sorry. Go ahead.
teachers
yeah.
because it's
Well,
unfair.
the school had called the parents to
That's
the
right.
school to take the boy home. And they chose not to take him home knowing that he was going through something. This is the only reason why the parents are being charged because they went to that school and they knew that boy had that gun and they knew that he was troubled. But they chose to leave him.
Time's running, so can you please pause it?
Yeah,
Because
did
don't
I
know
did.
who's
Did it
talking.
pause? Because I can't see it.
Oh man,
It did.
it says.
Mm-mm.
Pause. Okay, let's pause now.
Okay. Right.
Go ahead,
Ecstasy. Go ahead and then we'll let you go.
So you know, and me as a parent, and I know that my child is troubled, and my child suffers from mental health issues. It's my job as a mom to know when my child is going through them phases. And if the school call me and say, hey, we need you to come and get such and such for the day because they're not having a good day, I'm going to go get my kid so that they don't mess around and hurt anyone else.
Right. And supposedly this day when they went to go pick him up, the gun was in his book
Yes.
bag.
Yes.
Yeah, they're saying that the school should have checked the book bag. I don't think so because that's invasion of privacy.
Well,
No, it's
every-
not.
It's not.
Metal detector.
But they've not. Okay. Yeah, they should have metal detectors in school.
Wait.
That's the
Let's stop.
problem.
Let's go. Let's let because
Go
that's
ahead.
moving the board. Let's let Berlin go. Then Drea gonna go.
Okay, go ahead.
I was only going to answer this, Cece. I don't think it's fair because I went to a school that had metal detectors and we didn't really have shootings. We had a bunch of stabbings, but we didn't have a bunch of shootings. I feel like the parents should not be on trial because, just like Sean said, you old enough. If you're old enough to pull a gun, you old enough to open your mouth. You're old enough to say who's bothering you. You old enough to talk. Now, the school, if they like, I think Miss Gia was talking or Miss Ecstasy was talking and saying, yes, I will protect my child too at all costs. Like. Trust me, I done told a bully you could get your ass whooped either today or at the end of the day of the school year. Which one do you want to get your ass whooped? I made that appointment. So which one do you want? The girl stopped messing with my child. For you to buy a child a gun and don't think they're gonna use it is besides me. That's where the neglect comes in because a lot of children could be alive, but the school also failed too because there's times where I got bullied in school and kids was bullied. I told the school and they was like, "Oh well, you gotta figure it out. Maybe I could talk," and they'll do that sit down talk. That don't work. Ass needs to be kicked at some point, especially if they keep on doing it. If you do a parent teacher conference where the parents and teachers come in, then you could bring it up like, remember I told you blase, 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 and go on from there. Because at the end of the day, these kids are not how we are when they grew up.
See,
Go
we
ahead,
say
Drea.
the same thing. Oh, we say the same thing. Our kids didn't go through what we went through. Look at you're saying it now. So it was different from when you were growing up. So times change, I guess. Who's on the board?
It's me.
Okay, go ahead.
So I get what everybody's saying, but as somebody who listens to serial killer documentaries every day of her life, I would say that there definitely is some sort of responsibility that you have to put on the parents because it is very, 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 very rare that you get a mass shooting or a serial killer that doesn't have some sort of parental neglect. And I'm not talking about, oh, my mom didn't buy me this new video game. I'm talking about like you're leaving your child for days upon days upon days upon end. They're crying out for you. They miss you. You know this. You're fully aware as an adult and you just don't care. So I think in this particular case, there definitely is some neglect. Like no person in their right I don't care how old you are. I'm not buying my child a gun.
Exactly.
If you're still in school, why am I buying you a gun? So I do think that the parents should be liable for some point, because how do you buy your child a gun and then you're surprised that your child brought it to school? Kids bring anything to school. I can buy my child a tablet and they're going to want to bring it to school. I could buy my kid a brand new backpack. They're going to want to bring it to school. They want to show it off to their friends.
Exactly.
Even if he didn't have malicious intent to use the gun to kill people, which, I mean, you know, he did. But he's going to bring it to school. That's a problem in itself. So I do think that the parents should be liable up to a point.
Exactly. And in this,
So-
okay, go ahead, Sean.
Oh no, I was just going to quickly say that before Berlin goes,
Okay, I
I wasn't
gotta
wanting to say
pause.
that I agree. Well, she's paused yet, but that I agree with what Julia is saying. But at the same time, Coase had made a good point. He said that some families do go hunting. When I was 12 years old, my grandfather bought me a shotgun.
That's a
And for us to-
shotgun, not a AR-15.
I mean, it doesn't really necessarily matter the type of gun. I'm just saying in general that my grandfather bought me a gun with the sole purpose of me to learn to go hunting. We don't know what reason the father brought the child a gun, and I'm not saying.
But I have a question for you, Sean. In your own personal experience, was it your gun, as in I can keep it in my room and it's mine?
Right. I was just
Was
getting ready to
it
say
a gun that has to be kept with all of the other family guns that get locked out? Yes,
Exactly.
it is your gun for you to use when we go hunting, or is it you had free range of the gun to take it out whenever you wanted to?
Exactly. Because in this case, let me interject.
So,
They
I
had a
have
safe.
free
Wait a
reign.
minute, Sean. Before you
Oh,
answer
okay.
that, in this case, they had a safe where the guns were with the default combination 000. They never said it.
Oh God.
Go ahead, Sean.
I never had to worry about any of that. I had free range of my shotgun when I was a kid, and I was 12 years old. My shotgun sat right in the room, and it's still there to this day. Where in my grandma's house, where I slept and where I grew up at, it's still sitting in that same corner. They don't work now, so shit been sitting there for years. But anytime I wanted to go outside and shoot the cans or do whatever, I can go out in the backyard and do that because I grew up in a very country bumpkin setting. So not and I hate to say this, but I'm going to say it because I feel like this also plays a part in it. I'm black. You know, I'm not finna I'm not finna go to
That's the
those schools and do
difference.
nothing like that because I'm black. I'm not trying to say that I'm not trying to. I mean, I am in a way, but also I'm not trying to make that like, oh, that's the reason why he did it because he white. But let's be real. Black people been bullied too, but you don't see no black people going to school and shooting no school up. You may see
And
us
keep in
target
mind,
somebody.
you had a shotgun
I'm sorry.
that you
Can I
used
tell you
for
that that's
hunting.
not the truth?
No, because they too busy shooting each other.
Right, they
Oh,
definitely
Yep.
they
Gonna
definitely
say-
do be shooting each other. It might not be in school, but trust and believe they're gonna be like, let me see you outside.
And I'm
I
in
mean,
Chicago,
It's a whole
uh,
thing.
and just last week, 2 different schools, teenagers pull up to the school, shooting up the kids getting out of school. So they may not go inside the schoolhouse and do the shooting, but they are shooting up schools.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, I haven't heard any news about that, so that's new to me. But I
Yes,
guess
it's-
from my
Because they don't care about black people in the news.
3 students killed at one school when 4 teenagers pulled up to the school shooting. Teenagers,
Yeah.
kids. They got caught, but they did it.
Yep.
They don't care about black
Nowadays,
people on the news. They ain't gonna talk about that.
Nowadays, that's actually what I've come to learn. And see, the thing about me driving a city bus, I learn a lot from the streets because I hear everything that goes on my bus when I'm driving, and I've learned that a lot of the times these teenage kids who do all these shootings and killings, it's a mark of honor for them, for their hood, for their street, that when they go and shoot and kill a person, that, oh, you did a good job, that, yeah, you're gonna be in jail, but yeah, good job, we're proud of you, and I think, and that's the real problem that I'm having with everything, is because I can tell you about at least 4 or 5 times where I've heard, oh, you made it, oh, have 4 or 5 times where people sat on my bus and they were just having a conversation. They say, yeah, you heard little man done shot and killed old boy, whatever. Yeah, I'm so proud. Yeah, that boy did good. Yeah, he did good. He got his gun. He handled his business. I'm like, wait a minute, what? What are you talking about? What happens to days a week is just fist fight? But I mean, but
Those
back to the
days are
conversation.
long gone because we
I
fist
miss those
fight.
days.
We fist fight, man.
I
That
miss
was
those
it. If you
days.
got your ass kicked, whatever. At the end, you shook hands.
But
It was over. I mean,
Oh, no, I'm not gonna shake your hand. I'm gonna pull you in.
see,
and
that's the
bring you
next
back.
gen. That's another
No, I'm
generation
sorry.
right there.
Ain't no way. I know.
I remember I got my
You're old
ass kicked.
school.
Someone,
You're old
right.
school.
I got talked into fighting this girl because I wanted peer pressure.
oh shit.
I wanted to hang out. I wanted to be with this group of people. They pushed me to pick a fight with this girl. The girl whooped my ass. Yes, she did. And then I thought I walked home bruised up. Where were my friends that asked me to do this? Nowhere near me. So I thought about it. I said, wow, I said, I'll never do this again. I went to the girl's house and apologized. I said, and then the next day, the peer pressure crew, oh, geez, da, 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 da. I said, you know what, y'all? Y'all history. I don't even want to hang with you. And I started hanging out with the girl that whooped my ass. She was tough, too, boy. I thought I was tough, and I was like, oh, man, she kicked my ass. And what saved me was my neighbor across the street was happening to come by to pick up my real best friend from school and saw us fighting and came over and broke it up. And I said, phew, thank the Lord, because I was getting, ooh.
Don't you tell nobody else this.
I know, right? And this is on TV, too. Yeah, peer pressure hurts. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Berlin. You're on the board. Give her time.
Yeah, I got into a fight with this girl before. She thought it because I liked her boyfriend. But the reality is we was hanging out because I was a tomboy.
Me too.
And she sleep, sir. And she was like, oh, you like my boyfriend? No, see, the problem is when I hit her. Okay, so we was in
hit her.
gym.
Just wake up.
No, I fucked her up for life because she can't have kids today. So
what?
I'm gonna tell you what happened. She was
Tell me. Don't. Oh, we talking about Okay.
She was messing with me in school, so everybody knew I was in cheerleading, karate, and boxing, and basketball. So what happened was I got sick and tired of her shit. I was wearing steel-toe sneaker boots. I ran at her at full speed and kicked her in her pelvis. It lifted her up off the fucking floor and she hit the ground. I was sick and tired of her shit. Today, she told me she could not have any kids because of how hard I kicked her.
Wow.
Her fault.
So, I be telling bitches these days, don't fuck with me because I'm not the one. I could kill you with my feet and in my hands. I'm not going to talk to you. If you don't have any life insurance, go play with somebody else.
Glad you weren't the one.
No, I think God got me back because I can't have any more kids. I have my one daughter, and that was it. That was it.
Well,
and I've been trying to have other kids.
Plan. So that's
I got in trouble.
Hands and feet.
Yeah.
And
Are you still Annie?
Yeah, a little.
Yes,
I feel better, but you still ignore me, so I'm gonna have to drop kick you later.
All right,
but
so that's
better.
I didn't ignore you because I have cold in my eye and cold in my throat. So my eyes have a cold and they keep
watering.
I keep crying.
Oh yeah.
So I keep zapping my eyes.
Okay, well I'll flap the coat at you then. I'll punch it in the nose.
You ain't punching
that's
no.
what's out there right now. I think the jury's out to make the decision as to whether or not this mother should be charged. Then the father goes on trial, and he's the one that
big drop kick you.
Bought the gun for his son. So what they do with one, they got. In the meantime, this woman, she was cheating on her husband, never home. The boy really,
you know what?
Help.
You know, it's funny how people say you got guns, and as a child you got to use them. Do you know I was raised with guns, shotguns, machine guns, regular guns, Glock, all of that. And the only thing my uncles ever said to me was, including my father, was like, if you use this, know that behind that action, there's a consequence.
Mm-hmm.
And I used to just sit there and watch. They didn't lock the stuff. They just leave it in the cabinet open.
You knew not
to I chose not to touch the stuff. Because I knew that when you use stuff like that, it's either me or you. And who's to say that the person ain't going to take the damn gun from me and shoot me?
Mm-hmm.
Because we
I
found
just
them
never
out.
thought of
grand-
using my gun. I
My
never thought.
grandpa used to. My grandpa sat me down and every single. He told me, if you, he used to tell me that if you take this gun off this property, I'm gonna shoot your ass. Now
Oh,
take it
Yeah,
off if
and
you
you
want
had
to,
that
and
Wait,
watch.
fear.
I'm
You had
confused.
that certain fear, and you didn't do it. We
It was.
found the gun when we were young under my father's
And
bed.
also, we are all of a different generation.
Yeah.
We are 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s children. You understand what I'm
That's true.
saying?
That's
We
true.
didn't have to deal with the amount of violence that's going on. We didn't have social media influences. We didn't have most of our rappers rapping about and talking about killing and ops and this and that. We didn't have none of that. We went outside and played. We fight with people and be friends with them the next day. That's not how it's going
Yeah, I
Oh
used
my
to
God!
lay
I
my
just did.
back and mind my business.
I'm glad
Yeah.
you said that because I cussed my brother out the other day. I cussed his ass out so bad because we went to my aunt's funeral a few months ago actually, and I took my grandma's car because she was in the hospital because she had something going on, but we had it was my grandma's sister in law. I'm sorry, well yeah my aunt but my grandma's sister in law, and she died, and we was going to her funeral, and I'm driving. I picked my brother up because we go pay our respects whatever the case may be. We get to the funeral. My brother puts on. He has this ski mask type thing over his face. And I'm like, boy, we get ready to go into the church. If you don't take that shit off your face, I'm going off because I'm like, because I already told him a few times, take it up. We going to a funeral. You don't need that on, man. No face, no case. And I'm like, what the fuck is you
Oh
doing?
my
What is a
lord.
no face, no case? What is you talking about?
That's
My
when you
brother.
speaking and creeping. Like,
My brother
what
is
wrong with
3 years younger than me. I'm 26, about to be 27, coming up in March. So he is 3 years younger than me. But it's just the difference because the way I say this all the time. Me and my brother are like night and day. I was in the church house. He was in the street house. That's how we was raised. Not raised, but I chose a church. He chose the streets. That was just what I chose. Because the environment that we lived in. I was also my grandparents, so they have a heavy influence on my life and the things that I've done. But we go to this funeral and he's like, no face, no case. I'm like, but what the fuck is you? What is you talking about? No face, no. We're at a funeral. What is you talking about? He said, I got ops. Ops at a funeral? What is you
See,
talking
I
about?
like
You
that,
got
Sean. I like it when you
he's
say
right.
things.
He's right. They don't care
Because
whether
they
you're in the
know
funeral or not.
like they just did Gotti's brother.
Right, but what I'm saying is I was saying to my brother, I'm like, Devin, you're not even you got friends, and the thing about my brother is he's stupid but he's smart at the same time. He thinks that see he knows not to join no gangs. He knows not to be a part of that lifestyle. He knows that he knows better. But he doesn't know good enough to where he is not friends with those people who are a part of the gang life. He's associated with gang members, but he himself is not in a gang, and he thinks that that's okay. I'm like, Devin, don't you realize that just because that when you are seen with these people, that just because you are
Guilty by
seen with these people, you
association.
are guilty by association. So if you go in the
Exactly.
wrong hood, you may not necessarily be a gang member, or you may not necessarily be in the gang, but because you are with these people, they want to assume that you are their friends. Therefore, you are now dead, and they hit on you because you. So, like, are you dumb or are you just dumb? I mean, which one is?
He wanna be. He wanna
And
be.
I cuss him out. I cuss him out every time I see
Double
him
D
because he's
word.
just dumb. He is just stupid, and I really do. I pray for my brother every single night because of who he. I know exactly who he hangs out with, and no matter how much I tell him don't do this and don't do that, he's like, man, whatever, man. You ain't talking about nothing. You ain't. I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. I ain't too much I can tell you now. Ain't too much I can tell you. You keep, so. But I just want to tell that quick little story because Ecstasy brought up saying that ops, and it just really threw me off because it's like, what the fuck you mean you got ops? You don't even. But so they choose
And
to
then
be in the game.
everybody see nowadays nobody throwing no hands because they don't have none. They don't know how to fight.
Mm-hmm.
Then you
Right.
fix,
All they do is video. That's
you
all they
fix
know
the
how to
mask.
do.
The next thing you know, they pulling out a gun.
Yeah, that's the
Right.
end resort. The end resort is that to
Can
eliminate.
I do my? Can you do my topic? Are we gonna do that?
Yes, no, you go ahead.
I can do my topic. Okay, great. Yay. Okay, let me get my paper out because I wrote down some notes.
Excitement.
So.
Oh, I'm scared of you.
Yeah, Okay. All right, here we go. Happy Sunday, everybody, once again, and welcome to Real Talk Uncut, and a very happy Black History Month. As we kick off this month, I want to take the time to honor one person each week who has made Black history the man who has made Black history possible. People such as Martin Luther King, Rosa Parks, and Malcolm X, and many, many other men and women who made their mark on history. Ooh, Jesus, I got winded a little bit. Shut up,
You
Berlin.
sure you all right? No, not just Berlin.
No,
Cause
I'm
I'm
sorry. I
right
got a little
here.
winded.
I'll drive your house and drag your ass to VCU.
I'm all right. I'm just a little fat. Anyway, and many, many other men and women who have made their mark on history. So today I shine a light and give honor to someone who is making Black history and giving a platform to so many others by doing what she has done. By doing what she has done. The person I am honoring today is a mother, a sister, a daughter, an auntie, and a friend. She has been the host of her own talk show, which will be seeing its 10-year anniversary this year. She is a role model, a guiding light, an advocate for Black people everywhere, and she does it all without leaving her living room. Please, everyone here, I would like for y'all to join me as we show our love and appreciation and respect for this woman who is still making Black history today. Today we honor Tisa. I want to
What?
dedicate this show to Tisa for honoring Black History Month. And
Indeed,
I
Oh
well
my
went
worth it.
gosh. You got me.
and I
I'm
went
like listening. I said, dang, this person must be. Who is he talking about?
and I want to can you pause the time for me?
Wow.
So that was my favorite topic today because I grew up where so many people go throughout their lives and they lay to rest and they pass away, which I'll put part of my speech where they don't get their flowers are due. So I wanted to take the time to give my flowers and my respect and honor to you, Tisa, and say that I thank you so much for all that you have done for me. And I actually wrote like a little speech really quickly that I'm gonna do real quick. So I said,
Oh,
Tisa, first I have to thank you for these last 4 years for the spotlight and the platform that you have given me, which has led to the birth of Red Alert Talk Show. Whether you know it or not, you are Black history, and you are paving the way for young Black men like myself to make something of their own, standing as a testimony to the hard work and dedication and what it looks like. You are a talk show host, a DJ, a planner, a mother, and most importantly, you are my Aunt Tisa. So many times do we allow people to live and die without taking a moment to just simply appreciate and show our gratitude to them. So many laid to rest without their dues given unto them, or as the old folks say, give them their flowers while they are still here to receive them. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to give you your flowers, your much deserved flowers, while I have the opportunity and the honor to do so. So thank you, Auntie T, for paving the way for the next generation of Black SL talk show hosts, and thank you for giving a voice to voices, and thank you for creating Black History Month. I mean, Black History.
oh, you something
Um.
else.
You
Oh,
are
I'm
the
not done.
I'm like
daggone
in
Oprah
tears.
Winfrey of SL.
I'm
Oh.
not done. I'm not done, Stacey. Just you wait. I actually reached out to a few friends to help me with this. So first, not sweet, Lord, Spirit. You want to start off?
Oh
Sure.
my gosh.
From the
Child,
moment
check
that
it
I
out.
met you, I knew that you were going to be special to me. Um, you leave me dumbfounded for words quite often in your show of strength and endurance. I love you with all of me, and here you go. And I look forward to many, more years of knowing you and learning different things from you. I love you, Mima. Always,
Oh,
my
you
Mima.
something else. Dag, y'all.
Berlin.
Wow.
For the long years that I've known you, Miss Tisa, you have been also TT. You've been a mentor, and you always try to keep my mouth in check. Without the swear jar, a part of the show, if you would, because Lord knows I'll be cursing people out in here who be trying me. But at the end of the day, you have always been someone who has brought attention to what's going on around the world. You was able to make a collective. You was able to bring people together to view and debate and show how they feel. I feel like you should be honored because you are the originator. You are the creator of having talk shows on SL. If you haven't done it, everybody else would have followed up. Because of you, we have this space to where we could talk and be adults. In some cases, more than others. Because of you, we have Real Talk Uncut. Because of you, we have this space. You are truly adorable. You are loved. You are the rare diamond that
Oh
you
my
are.
gosh.
You're an
Y'all got me
amazing
over here in
person.
tears and whatnot.
For 10 years that I've known you, since I started this here mug, you have been a wonderful woman. And congratulations on making history. And the
Wow.
old lady says hi. She just woke up.
Oh,
And lastly, and I'm gonna do well, not lastly, but ecstasy. You wanna give it a shot or
the golly.
Well, TC,
ecstasy?
you know I love you. You're my sister. You're my friend. I absolutely adore you. I want you to know that it's rare to come across people who are always positive. You're always positive. I've never gotten a bad vibe from you. You welcome people to your land, and it's just comforting. That's what I want to say. It's comforting here. Anyone, no matter what creed they are, can come here and feel comfortable. You make everybody comfortable, and it takes a lot of strength. That shows how much strength you have as a woman and how much confidence you have in yourself. That you treat people good, no matter what, and just keep being you. Thank you. I appreciate it. My love for you will never change. Okay. I'm looking forward to linking up in RL.
Oh
You
man,
just super
Sean.
fabulous, honey. Super fabulous.
So before I allow the last person to go because she's actually on her way, it's Miss Jackie. She wanted to say a few words as well. Does anybody else here in the audience want to just freestyle out and
Sean.
just say some words to Tisa? Today we are honoring Tisa, y'all. Tisa, she gonna use your mic? Okay, never mind. We're gonna do that next. Just Jackie. I'm gonna let Miss Jackie go, and then I'm gonna open the floor for anybody who want to just jump in and just say some words about Tisa. Today we are honoring Tisa because she makes Black history. She is Black history. So we gotta show our love and appreciation to Auntie Tisa. So Miss Jackie,
Everybody, can y'all hear me?
we can
Love.
hear you.
Yes.
All right.
My
I'll
mic
make
is
this
sis.
short and sweet. Since I've been able to come here and express my thoughts and my feelings on various topics, and even make some of them topics, I've had good laughs with this forum, and it couldn't be possible without my sis Tisa. And I really appreciate and feel honored that you have taken your talent and time to give us all the opportunity to have a forum where we can really express ourselves, even if we're not saying words that should be bleeped, you know. But I really appreciate you for your talent and for being my big sis when I need that to be the little sis. You're a very wonderful person. Don't let nobody tell you any different. And if they do, let me know because you know I know how to handle that. Um, I love you, girl, and I look forward to the next 10 years with you on this voyage.
Oh wow.
Love
I
you.
love you too, Jackie.
So
Thank
before we move
you.
on to the very last, before we move to the next topic, does anybody else want to just take a moment to open your mics and say something to Tisa? As we are honoring her
Oh,
this Black
elbow
History
out
Month.
my fire. Kill
So,
my. Wait, stop it.
All I gotta say to her is thank you for giving us a platform to reflect on everything around the world. Not just one thing, but many things. We've discussed so many things on here. I learned some good things. She's never given bad advice other than telling me to be quiet and not curse. But for the most part, I appreciate you and I love you and thank you so much.
Wow, y'all. Sean, no wonder I asked him. I said, what do you have for the show? See, y'all got me all cracked up now. And he said, well, it's a surprise. So you see, I put surprise on the board up there because I knew nothing about this. And I'm just lost for words, but
Let's not forget the sexiness she's bringing to the show too.
oh boy, y'all.
Oh,
But
well, I just
anyway,
wanted
thank
to
you,
take a
Sean.
moment.
Thanks for that.
Well, it's not just me. It's Ecstasy and Spirit. There was one other person, but she couldn't make it. But I guess she had something to go on in real life. But there was one other person who wanted to say something. But we just have to take the time to say thank you, Tisa, for all that you've done for us and all that you do for us. And the it's not easy doing all this that you do. Real Talk Uncut is not an easy project, and we thank you that you come through every single Sunday, every single time, rain, sunshine, everything. You are here and you are ready to give us something to talk about. I know I'm a handful. I know I probably
No,
make
because
your hair turn
like you
gray.
said, I'm the
But
That
auntie.
is not a lie. You're a whole handful.
You know
A
what?
anyway,
handful.
You
Me
took a
mother,
luggage.
no,
When
I
you
can
talk about a
be
handful,
Right.
you are luggage.
Spirit.
He's oh.
but we love you and we thank you.
Oh,
So
thanks,
with
y'all.
that is my topic, and we can go on to the next. Thank you.
Wow. Well, thanks, y'all. Dang, I don't even know where to go after that. Yeah, right. Well, this is
All right.
Black History Month, as we all know, and dang.
Just
I'm
breathe.
gonna give her a minute. I'm gonna give Tisa a minute.
Give her a moment to
I'm gonna go.
Get yourself together, because I know that was a lot.
The show is over. No. All right, let's about this Zuckerberg guy who was in front of Congress the other day, and he's after that moment on there where they're trying to get him to make these platforms more safe for kids. And since he did that show, he didn't even have any answers. They said, "What are you going to do?" They were jumping all on him. He just sat up there. As a result of that show, he made $2 billion. Mark Zuckerberg made more than $2 billion Friday morning after Meta stocks made record surge because he was on in front of Congress trying to say he's kind of like said it's the parents that need to restrict their kids more, but he said we're doing all we can to make
I'm
sure.
actually want to talk about this.
Yeah, man, make sure that we try to make it safe, but we can't do but so much.
I'm actually glad that you brought this topic up because me and Bernard was just talking about this the other day because there was can you pause Spirit's time please? I don't
Yeah.
want her time to run out.
Okay.
But we were just talking about this because they not only called the CEO of Facebook, they also called for the CEO of TikTok,
Yeah.
the CEO of Instagram, the CEO of all the social media platforms.
All of
And
them.
in that same room, parents were holding up pictures of their kids who committed suicide and all that good stuff, saying that there needs to be something done about social media. I want to make this very clear. And if you don't want to hear this, and that's on you. It is not Facebook's fault that your kid is being bullied and kills himself, or whatever the case may be. It is not Instagram's fault that somebody is going into the DMs and over there talking about oh, you ugly, you fat, and you this and you that. It is not TikTok's fault that they got people coming on their platform and taking what is meant to be a good and fun and entertaining app and turning it into something that's deadly and hurtful and is destroying families. I understand that as parents, you need to. I'm sorry. As parents, as parents of these children, you all need to step up and actually take a responsibility as a parent and do what you need to do. Limit their access to certain things. Watch what they're looking at on the internet. Watch what they're doing on the internet. If someone's saying something to your child, step up and do something. But instead of doing any of that, our Congress has decided to sit there and try to place blame on the CEOs and the inventors of these social media platforms like this, like it's their fault that something's going on, and I hate that. And I also want to say this: the inventor of TikTok sat on that panel and was being questioned by the government. Not one thing they asked that man was about damn TikTok. All they kept asking him was he a government spy? Was he a spy? Was he this? And he said, "Oh, did you ever work for the Chinese Imperial Army?" And he said, "No, I'm from Singapore, which is an ally within the United States." And they kept trying to rephrase his answer. If you actually can go look on TikTok, or he kept trying to rephrase the answer to trick him up so he can say that he's for the Chinese army, wherever the case may be, when the man is not. He's from Singapore, which is an ally with Japan, which is an ally of the United States, and they keep trying to trip him up. And that is why I hate when people go before Congress and start doing all this stuff because Congress tries to trick you and try to make you say things you don't really mean so that they can make it seem like that they are right and everybody else is wrong. I'm gonna go ahead and end what I'm saying, but I'm just gonna keep it to where I'm just gonna keep quickly say this is that it is not these CEOs and founders, it is the people who use the platform. Instead of going after them, why don't you go after people who actually make these profiles and start tracking them down and arresting these people? And I'm done. I'm gonna let Spirit go. We're gonna go
Right,
ahead on.
right. Spirit could go, and the parents need to pay attention. Go ahead, Spirit.
That's what I was going to say is that parents do need to definitely pay attention. It's not just TikTok, it's not just Facebook, it's these games as well. When you get on Xbox and
Yeah.
you're talking live, when you get on PlayStation, when you're on that Switch, on any of my daughter's system, she's not allowed to talk, and no one is allowed to friend her. And that's what we need to do. You need to screen who's talking to your child, who's trying to friend them, and all of that, because they are equally as cruel and messed up in the head on there as they are anywhere
But
else.
will kids
I'm
think that that's an invasion of their privacy?
I wouldn't give a fuck. If I bought it and paid
They
for
don't
it,
have
it's
no
mine.
Right.
privacy.
Okay.
You're
What
using
kind of
Well,
privacy kids get?
I go as far as with Lala, I sneak on Fortnite, and she's sitting right here. I sneak on Fortnite, find her, and I roam with her just to see what's being said. Granted, she can't read. I still want to know what's going on.
Wait,
Okay,
you know
this time
what?
is messing up there. Okay, who's next on the board?
Oh wait.
Drea.
So I 110% agree because this topic pisses me off so much anytime it's brought up. It is your responsibility as a parent to monitor what your children are looking at, watching on the internet, off the internet, and all of that stuff. Like, I get so annoyed when people go at musical artists, like, for instance, Meg the Stallion. Oh, well, why did you make that song? My daughter listened to it and now she wants to shake her butt. That's on you.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe don't let your daughter listen to my music because it wasn't intended for her to begin with.
Exactly.
It's not these people that make Facebook or anything like that. They make it for a general market. If your child doesn't fall into that general market, that's not their problem. They're selling a product just like everybody else in the world. I cannot be upset at people that make liquor because I can't give my liquor to my 3-year-old. That's my if my
Right, right.
child a bottle of Bailey's, that's me as a parent. That's my fault. That I can't sue Bailey's like, well, you made the liquor and then my daughter got into it. Huh? That doesn't even partially make
I know,
sense.
right? Right, but and then parent like when we've grown up, we didn't have videos and games like that and stuff like that. But there was still where who we hanging with. It's up to the parents to know that. Where are we? What are we doing? I think the parents are younger parents. I think they really can't control their kids. What do y'all think about that? When the kids talk back, so I want my privacy and slam the door. They allow them to say that.
I'm gonna talk about that too, but let Berlin go, and I'm gonna say something about that. Please
Okay,
let
go
Berlin
ahead.
go.
Go ahead.
It's itching me. That thing's burning up my throat right now.
But I hate the most is that people say, "Oh, they play music, they play games." If you're paying for the shit, then you're part of the problem because the kid it wasn't old enough to pay for shit. You bought it. I hate, on top of hate, that parents sit their kids in front of TV 24/7 instead of teach them how to read, write, and do math. It's like you can't get mad at people who are doing a job that you are not doing as a parent. I hate just like the girls who wanted to sue McDonald's because they ate so much McDonald's and they got fat. It's like you bought the product. They did not say eat the shit every day. Just like how parents like, oh, well, they get that from GTA, they get that from Call of Duty. Who bought it? I did. So who's to blame? Yo ass if you didn't want them to do that. Just like they hear explicit music. I know for a fact they make an explicit CD and they make a cut CD if you don't want your children to listen to certain things or see certain things. I don't understand. Then there's like kids today can't really go outside and play. At the time we was able to play, you had to be home by the street light or before the street light or be downstairs in front of the door or that was your ass when you got found. on site, like parents of today, I would say some of us we learned from what our parents taught us, and some of us didn't have parents to teach them squat because the parents was too busy drinking, smoking, getting fucked, or passing kids around to other people. Nobody for this generation that is just wilding out in the streets, and mind you, they also took away the right of parents to be parents too. So it's like you fucking raise them in the streets if we can't do what we're supposed to do. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay, who's on the board?
You had to click the board, so technically it's
All
you.
right, go ahead.
Yeah, it's your
Next.
go.
Oh, but
Next.
I can go. Oh,
Yeah.
me? Okay. So what I'm gonna say a few things. So first of all, Spirit, I honor and respect everything that you're doing. I'm very glad that you're doing it. Now, to a certain part, I do agree with you, and I also disagree with you because not everybody on the game is that kind of person. But at the same time, I'm not your child's parent, so I cannot sit here and say what's right and what's wrong for her to do.
So
But
my
what I
child has
will,
special needs, and because she can't read, um, because she can't actually read,
hmm
I do these things in protection
of
of her.
course, of course,
I
of
have
course,
apps for her games where I have parental controls, but I
right,
still go in and check for myself because as
right,
a parent, I want to know what's going on. You know what
right.
I'm saying?
Right,
Yeah.
and I fully agree with you. And I fully agree with you. It's just what I guess what I'm saying is that I don't believe. I mean, people who go around saying, not sure, I'm saying you saying that. I'm just saying people who go around saying that, oh, GTA did this and GTA and Call of Duty teach my kid this. Call of Duty teach your kid shit. GTA teaches your
Yeah,
kid shit.
no, I'm
GTA and
not
Call of
saying
Duty
it's
are
the
meant
mother
to.
or nothing. I'm
Yeah,
just
yeah, I
saying,
understand. Yeah, I
yeah,
get you.
it's the people. It's the
Right,
people. Just like it's the people on this game. It's the people on that game and the way that they think. It's the curves. It's all of that. Just like they're here, they're on those games as well. And in protection of her, I do that.
right. Can you pause the time real quick?
Okay, hold on. Okay.
All right. Because I also wanted to not only talk about that, but I also wanted to go into this subject too, because someone said about it maintaining their privacy and all that good stuff. So, and then Coast is something I wanted to touch on as well. Coast has said that yes, you are right. We have parents who are hovering over who are hovering over them. So parents don't want to do the same thing that they was done to them to their kids. So I understand exactly what's going on, but there's a certain level of respect that goes on with your parents. Now I don't know about y'all, but I'm black. I'm a nigga. I was growing up in a nigga household. I wish I would slam a door on my face. I wish I would tell her to shut up or shut up, Demetri. I wish I would even have the word
By the
shut
time I
out my
was him.
mouth. My teeth would have been down my throat and my ass would have been on the wall. There, I understand that y'all want to be nice and be light on your children and all that good stuff. But there's a level of respect that you have for your parents. Now that level of respect is now gone because we have reached the time where parents aren't parents anymore. Parents want to be more your friends and twerk with you and smoke with you. They want to actually be your parent. Now that's different because another time. But I just want to simply say that things that are meant for entertainment purposes need to stay for entertainment purposes. And if your child is so impressionable that he or she cannot go play GTA or Call of Duty and enjoy a game without getting an idea, oh, I want to go shoot them all, then that's the problem with your parenting style because your child is that impressionable and they need to be reparented either by you or by somebody else. But go, I'm gonna let uh shit. Spirit have the rest of her time. Go ahead, Spirit.
So I'm going to respond to what Berlin said. Berlin, my child in essence is grown in her chronological years. I am not going to take no joys from her, but I am going to set things in place for her to be safe. And yes, I
Mm-hmm.
let my special needs child on the game. Matter of fact, she got all the game systems. And I'm not going to stop her from being independent to the point that she can be because then I'm not being her mother, I'm holding her back. And as far as her being on the game, I have absolutely no problem with it because the same way she's on the game, she gets on YouTube and it has parental blocks too. The same way she does that, I have a $1,000 table sitting here that her and I get on and we play games together because it makes it easier for her to do a family type activity and play board games. So I put everything in place so that she is safe in everything that she does, even roaming my freaking house. She is safe in everything she does. If I'm sick and I can't get up, I still know what's going on. Being handicapped, being handicapped doesn't mean, or special needs doesn't mean that they don't have desires and the will to be independent as you, or I do get very sensitive about her. And if I came off harsh, I will apologize to you. But I will never hold anything back from her. She has faced death so many times that she has every right to be happy and to be on these games and to do what she wants to do.
Miss
That's why
Spirit,
she
if
has
you're crying, I do
very right.
apologize if my
Do
statement
it in
came
a
off as
safe,
harsh.
safe, in a safe manner.
Okay.
And I'm
I
gonna
am
always
so sorry. I did
respect
not
you.
mean to make you cry. I was trying to congratulate you, and I'm sorry if my statement sounded like it was coming off harsh because I'm still learning about the different stages of autism. I've been seeing different things, and it's educational for me to hear from parents who have special needs children because to me, y'all are rock stars. You do have a different layer of skin because I wouldn't know how to do that. And hearing that you are dealing with it and you've done the best damn job I have ever heard in real talk right now, and I think you should be honored for that too. Because in Black History Month, a lot of
Mm-hmm.
parents who do have children with special needs don't get the platform to talk about it and the stresses they go through, or the stages that they have to go through with the children that we don't go through. So yes, I believe you should be honored as well. You're doing the damn thing, and I think you're a wonderful mom.
Well, I just really love this kumbaya moment that we're having, but Annie has been sitting on the board waiting her time personally. So, Annie, would you please go ahead on and say your
Right.
piece?
Go ahead.
Okay, I have. I'm not a mother, so I commend you mothers for raising your children, however you see fit. I am, however, an aunt, and I have a child that was that was put in my lap to take care of, who has mental issues. So I feel y'all when y'all say y'all want to protect the children, and I have done everything that y'all doing right now with him. He is now 19 years old, and now he gets on these games. He knows what to look for, who to talk to, who not to talk to, who to stay away. So it is up to the parent to show these children the right way. They have taken rights from us as adults because we can't even hit the kid without the kid knowing that he could call the
Exactly.
cop. You
Exactly.
know, when I was growing up, if I made a mistake of saying shit, I didn't only get it from my grandmother. I had to wait for my father to get home, get it from him, my two uncles, and down the line. These kids can say whatever they want to us, and we just gotta be like, that's not the right way to talk to me, or don't talk to me that way, or whatever. But I understand. Miss Spirit, you doing your thing with your daughter, and I commend you for that. And so are you, Berlin, sis.
Yeah.
Okay?
Thank you all
Is
for that.
that why
We're gonna,
parents fear their kids, like slamming the door? We mentioned earlier, Sean. You going to jump
yeah,
on? You
Mm-mm.
know, to the
yeah,
point where they let them have their
yeah.
privacy, let them do what they want.
I wish
No,
I
you
would
can't
feel
do
my.
that.
I wish I would feel somebody. That's my bedroom, nigga. That's my door. You just barring it for 18 years until I get you the fuck out. That's my door. I'm
My
sorry. Go
nephew
ahead.
got loud with me the other day, and I just happened to give him a certain look, and I was like, "Now I know you're not talking to me, not in that manner. You ain't." He was like, "But there's no but." I had to
Right.
tell him to shut the f up and get out my room and come back when you cooled off enough and you had the common sense that I gave you and that I installed in you. And he came back apologizing, and then he called me as he was going to school, and he was like, "I'm so sorry, Titi. I don't know what got into me. I know what it is. He is bipolar schizophrenic, and he has his highs and he has his lows. But what you're not gonna do is disrespect me."
Right.
Before we continue on with the conversation, we're going to take a short ad break. Aren't you ready for the conversation to continue after the Real Talk Uncut show has ended? Well, come on down to Red Alert Talk Show at 4 p.m. every Sunday with your host, none other than me, Amari Cartier. We talk about so many different things and all the good stuff, and we have drama, ghetto people, ratchetness, and all drama you want.
Let me tell you, your show is
If you're
off
gonna be
the hook,
doing, if you're gonna be doing
man.
commercials, you gotta do it better than that.
Lord.
You better get a little film going on up in there, put it up
The
on the
Ratchet.
board.
That's what that's what it should be called that time. The Ratchet Show. 'Cause, man,
I could imagine. I'm gonna try to make
I
it.
had to step in and be like, "This is Sean's show. Would y'all be quiet?" I ain't never had to do that here, but I had to do it. I was like, "Oh my
I'm
god."
talking the whole hot mess, okay?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like
But I love
everybody
my
on
show.
that period is there.
Hey, that's what's going on.
It's just that my audience is more of a younger generation than the ones who come here, so they don't necessarily, you got to train them right. I'm in the process of training them.
Getting
I'm in the
gray
process.
hairs right now with that show. God.
You looking for
But y'all
Carl?
love it.
You looking for Ratchet? Step on over to the red alert, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see inventory.
Just give it.
Who's in the California
No.
area? Because it's definitely the Pacific River is overflowing. A lot of people got to evacuate. Really? Is he in the area where they're concerned about? They telling people they're gonna have to evacuate, stop using certain utilities unnecessary because it's almost tornado forces. It's coming.
Oh,
that
wait a
way.
minute. Now that you're talking about that, Tisa, he in New York, in Queens, there was an earthquake.
In Queens?
It was a mild one, but it shifted some plates in the earth, they were saying.
That's my neighborhood. Oh my
Mhm.
gosh, I gotta look that up.
Yeah, it was in the
Wow.
news the other day. I was like, wait a minute. We have earthquakes here in New York? What?
I know. Don't let it be one in New York. That'll be something totally disastrous, especially
For real,
the
with all
city.
these daggone big ass buildings.
buildings,
stuff
and
they
they're
keep
not
building.
they're not built for
Not necessarily.
they're not
because
built
when
for
you-
earthquakes.
Yes, they are. Actually,
Bird,
they are.
I said on the Andreas fault line, if we have one, we're going to actually have a tsunami if that fault line goes.
Yeah.
Actually, a lot of these buildings in these big cities are actually
That's
built to
over on your
withstand,
side, right?
They built for the wind.
Spirit?
They built
No.
for all of that.
They're
That,
built.
the
Yeah.
Andreas runs up through California
Right.
and into the Puget Sound.
Oh yeah, because they said the next earthquake over there is going to be disastrous too.
Yes. And not only will it be disastrous by the earthquake, but it'll send off Mount St. Helens too. She's always smoldering. That bitch is always smoking.
I don't know, but I was watching the news and I saw that. I was like, wait, that's earthquake over here.
Wow.
I mean, I'm simply going to say this. I know that everybody who comes to this show is of different faith and of different origin and what you believe and what you don't believe. But I'm going to simply say this, that I grew up a child of God, and I grew up in a Christian household. So believe what you want to believe, but the Lord told us way back when that when these earthquakes and tornadoes and thunderstorms and brother against brother and kingdom against kingdom start happening, you already know what's going on. You already know what's going to happen. So just be
All the
ready.
Revelations says it all.
None of this is scaring me. Everybody keeps saying, "Oh, aren't you scared for the tornado? Aren't you scared for the hurricane?" No, I'm not scared. I'm just sitting here waiting and chilling because I already know what's going on. I already know what's happening. I'm just sitting here waiting. The Lord gonna come back eventually, so I'm just gonna sit here and wait and just wait and live my little life because it's not going to. Everything is the way the Revelation is painted. Everything is going to be. It's like it's going to be weather and bad. Like everything right now is happening. It's going to happen, but it's not going to end anything until God comes back. He's going to come back. That sky's going to crack open, and he's going to come in on a white horse.
To choose the chosen ones to go.
Exactly.
The ones that are
So
chosen.
with that being said, I'm waiting. I'm gonna wait because the word. If you read the word also says don't look forward to the end times and the Revelation times because it's going to be a lot of death and mass panic and all that good stuff. So I'm just living my day every single day, and when
That
he
is
comes,
happening now with the COVID and all that stuff.
Yeah, a lot of
I'm
things
just
out
chilling.
there.
For COVID.
Yep.
You got the people in that war out there that's dying. They're dying by the millions. So death is all over right now.
Speaking of that war, that actually leads us to our next topic about this whole retaliation that President Biden is currently going on. So, for those of you who do not know, over there in Jordan, there's a military base operated by the United States of America, and those dumbasses decided to let a drone inside their airspace because they thought it was a United States drone, and it was actually a drone from a different country, and it attacked the base and killed three soldiers, two of which were in their early 20s, and it injured several
Yeah,
other American soldiers
that
out
that was
there.
sad.
So no one knows is that they believe the plane came from either Iraq or Iran or whatever, one of them people,
Iran.
and Iran, and because of that, the president has to be very careful what he does because technically Iran is in an alliance with China and Russia. Now, I want to simply say this, and I'm open for everybody else. I feel like that this was a planned attack. This was not some random thing that just happened. This was actually planned because China and Russia are not going to attack the United States without a reason. I mean, they're just going to attack the United States because they have no reason to. Because if they did, they know they can get their ass handed to them. But be so ever how and however be so, if somebody was to attack the United States, like a small country, like Iran, attack something on the United States, and the United States just so happen to retaliate as we are so commonly able to do, and we do throughout history, then Russia and China be like, oh hey, look at that, you attack one of our allies. Now we gotta fuck you up. Now they got a reason to come together and come out the United States. So
Like my mother always says,
believe
the devil
it.
got his tail.
What you say?
The devil always has his tail in the way.
Oh yeah, the
Wow.
devil always got it. So I mean, I'm just saying this is just what I've learned in doing my research that Iran does have an alliance with China and Russia. So the moment that the United States attack Iran in retaliation for this, then that gives China and Russia the leadway to be like, oh, I'm defending my allies, like you were defending your allies back when you was defending Ukraine. Now I'm defending my allies. So now we're even. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. They ain't dumb. They ain't dumb. They ain't dumb. Okay,
Okay, but
y'all
the
can talk
thing
about it
is
now.
that
That was
the war
like any type of
now
suspect.
the Republicans were always for protecting us and this, that, and the other. The three soldiers that died, all three were black. They were young. And what I wanted to do also ask you guys on that subject, they're young. They're out there fighting for this country. So if they're fighting for the country, what gives those who are not doing that? No, if I say this, y'all gonna just go crazy. But I'm not voting. I'm not the government's this, government's that. And here you had 23 years old, young 20s, that's fighting to protect us overseas and are now dead. Another point is we might want to discuss the whole infantry was from Georgia, which means majority of them were black when it got blown up. So like over 40 of them were injured. And the third, right, and the third thing is that now the Republicans are saying why all of a sudden Biden is just doing something now, retaliating now. Is it because they're black? That's the undertone they got. I'm listening to them. It said, well, he didn't do it before, which he was. We were being attacked over there before, and we were attacking back at them. But now the Republicans are trying to make it political. Why now we blew up all these different sites? Remind you, no one in Iran, no civilians were killed. What we targeted were military sites where these and plus the people that are doing are militants. They're like our mass shooters here. They get together and they don't like us, kill, whatever. They're gonna come after us no matter where we are. So now, so that's what I'm gonna throw out there to discuss the whole thing as to whether or not you think Biden did this because the three that died were black, and right now he's losing the black vote. That's Republicans are saying, oh, he didn't do it before. So are they being mean to say, oh, wow, he only doing it because they're black? And the fact that should we have retaliated at all?
I feel like if they retaliate, it's gonna turn around and we're gonna be in the mix more than what we are now.
You mean
And
like
I don't
they,
think
as
that
a
Biden
result?
is. Yeah, they're gonna retaliate against us because they're gonna look at it as we sent somebody in, they did their business, so that gave us lead to go do just like what Sean said.
Hmm.
And I don't think Biden is doing this because they were
I
black.
know he's
He's
not.
been doing stuff for the blacks. He may not do exactly what everybody expects him to do at any given moment, even though he got the power to do a lot of stuff.
Hmm.
But that's neither here or there. I just think he's doing it because it was wrong.
That's right. But watch that's what Republicans are saying, and
The
they
Republicans always got something
insinuating.
to say.
Right.
If it was Donald Trump, they'll be like, "Oh yeah,
Yeah,
he did
yeah,
it.
yeah. Oh yeah, we gotta do this. Yeah, we
We
gotta
gotta do this. We
revenge,
gotta
this,
do
that, and the
that." But
other.
because it's Biden is always a problem. It was the same with Obama. Anything that Obama did, it was a problem.
Yep. Everything. Even
It doesn't matter what
Obamacare.
it is. Yeah, they want to kill all kind. Look, Trump got in there and wanted to kill the health care.
Look who he put in the Supreme Court. But okay, so that's what's going on. I mean, I have my best friend, and I was the godmother of her daughter. Was in the service, just retired from. She was young too. You know, she went in right after high school, whatever, and she was approaching 30. I don't even think Mashonda was 30, and she died not while she was in in action or anything like that. So it just brought back memories when I saw these three. One was a female, I think, and two male, and young, 23 years old.
My nephew wants to go in the service, and I keep telling him, "Nope, think of something else."
Really?
Hmm.
Would you talk your kids out of it if they ask?
Yep.
My brother went in. My older brother, he's in Vietnam,
I
and
always tell him,
shell shocked today.
"Yeah, I don't want to." He already. First of all, I don't think. Well, I don't know how that works, but I know the mental thing. Since he's already mentally not there, I don't think they would.
Right? No.
But it's just that when they come back, they screwed up.
Yeah, they
There are
are.
things they don't even talk about. I had my grandfather that came back from Vietnam. That man was staying in his room. He was shell shocked. I
Hmm.
didn't even know what shell shock was. I was young. And then as I got older, I understood. Like, oh, there's a lot of stuff that he's seen he could not get over.
My brother, when he heard a car backfired, he ran to a fox in the house. He would run and get under the bed or run to the basement just from hearing a car backfire outside. When he came
There's a
back,
lot of stuff they don't get over.
they don't.
And I'm not sending my little man to no daggone service. They could screw up the left. I mean, he got some brains, but I don't want him to get all messed up. Cause it ain't what you doing. It's how the people around you what they doing.
Right.
Peers. You can never. Like in the Vietnam War, they were raping children, women, snatching women out of the houses and stuff. It was crazy. Killing children, all that stuff stays with you.
The training probably your nephew wouldn't even get past. Cause that what is it, 6 week training or whatever it is, it's rough. It's rough. People all in your face and screaming, spitting all on you, and you can't do nothing about it. But anyway, I put up on the board about Black History Month, and I was supposed to ask this before I put it up there because I don't know if anyone knows why they selected February as the Black History Month.
I always say because it's the shortest month.
Uh, that's a lot. When I Googled it, a lot of that came up. Why is it the shortest month out of the year? And this, that, and the other. And at first,
I only,
started
I only want to simply say this is that people are very ungrateful. when it comes to certain things because I understand it's a certain month of the year, and the shortest month of the year, but at the same time, at least we got a month to where we can just pay homage to those who paved the way for us. We got a month. There is no White History Month, even though technically it's
It's
year
every
round.
month, right?
There is there is no
They could
air
have gave us
shit.
31 days, Sean. Come on.
Okay,
They
but
could have
here's
gave us
here's
31 days, but they also could have gave us no days.
okay, but here's the reason why. If you look up on the board up there, on the notes, it says Carter G. Woodson chose February for Negro History Week. It started out as a week because it had the birthdays of President Abraham Lincoln and Frederick Douglass. Lincoln was born on February 12th, and Douglass, a former slave, would not know his exact birthday, celebrated his on the 14th of February. Now, who is Woodson?
Carter G. Woodson, he actually is from Virginia. He's actually from Hopewell, Virginia. Actually, he is. There actually is a school in Hopewell, Virginia named the Carter G. Woodson Middle School.
Right.
Yeah, yes, he was with Martin Luther King, and when they
Exactly.
were determining a time to celebrate Black History, Carter G. Woodson chose a week in February, the week of February 14th, actually, which is actually technically
Right. That's
next
right. That's
was to
right.
be Black History Week because Abraham Lincoln's birthday and Frederick Douglass' birthday falls on that day.
That's right.
But when Dr. King went to Washington and did all the I have a dream speech and all that good stuff, it was changed into a whole month
Whole month.
by the guy who was president after JFK because he was trying to finish
Johnson.
JFK's Johnson. Yes,
Johnson.
it became
Yep.
a whole month, the whole month of February.
That's right.
Like I said, I understand like what people say it could have been 31 days, it could have been all this good stuff, but hey, I also could have gave us no days. We could have
Nothing.
still been
Right.
trying to fight for a whole a month on the black people.
Yeah.
And I mean, and at the end of the day, the way I look at it is like there's no Irish Heritage Month. There's no there's no official Irish Heritage Month, but they always do it in March because of St. Patrick's Day.
Right.
That's like
Same
the
thing.
unofficial
Everybody
month.
got their little holidays, so we deserved it. And do you think it was fair to pick it around that time? Yeah, the slave, and Lincoln who ended the Civil War. You know,
Well, because everybody's sitting here talking
ended
about
slavery.
we picked. Everybody wants to think that the white man picked it so that they can so that we can get the shortest month of the year. And no white man picked it because they wouldn't have picked no month for us.
Right.
They didn't want us to have none of month. There was a black man who stood up and said, "Let's have February because of the birthdays that fall in February, not because some white man said, well, give them February because that's the shortest month of the year.
Right.
Let
Right.
them have a good 29 days." That it was a black man. So
28
it
on leap
wasn't.
year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
28. So it's like it is what it is. We got a
We
month.
got it right. Right.
Let's take
So
all. Let's take every day, every single second of these 29 days, and let's do our damn thing with the Black History Month instead of sitting here and placing blame and pointing fingers. That's all I'm saying.
right, and that's true.
I
Because
mean, I'm
I didn't
grateful.
even know. I didn't even know. That's why I looked that up, and I said, "Who thought of this and who started it?" And then
Yeah, he's from Hopewell, Virginia.
yep, he sure is. So, if there was any other month or any other time of the year you would want it, what month would that be? December, you have Christmas. Thanksgiving is in the November. You have the summer. You have Labor Day in September. You have Memorial Day. Month of May? You have I don't know
I was
Juneteenth.
thinking
We
that
have good
same
Juneteenth.
thing because it's hot. What's have a cold ass butt?
I mean, we got Juneteenth in June, so
Juneteenth,
technically
yeah.
we got Black History Month, and we got a whole week in June just for
June,
us.
yeah.
And technically
Kwanzaa, December.
And
7
And
days.
technically, June is supposed to be for Pride Month, so they gave us a whole week out of there for Juneteenth.
Right.
So I mean, hell, we got a month and a week now technically.
Yeah, if you count
Wait a
Kwanzaa,
minute, but what
Kwanzaa's
came
7
first,
days.
Pride Month or Juneteenth?
Pride Month,
That's we
actually.
got to look at that. I think it. I don't know.
Pride
I have
Month,
to look that
technically.
up. Gotta Google
Technically,
that
by
one.
like technically by chronological order, you can. It's very different because first
Yeah,
you
gotta
have to
Google
say that
that one.
slaves were free before we had a gay Pride Month. They had freed the slaves on that particular day, Juneteenth. But before Juneteenth even became a day, before we even knew what Juneteenth was, there was Pride Month. You know, so
Yeah,
it's
okay.
very difficult on how you look at it. I'm not saying one is more important than the other, but I'm just simply saying that we have now a holiday, a national holiday that
But,
that actually resembles when the slaves are finally free. So.
but we also have the Puerto Rican Day Parade and the Hispanic Day Parade in June too, and in August.
Yeah,
June
Juneteenth
is a very busy
started.
month.
And actually, which actually you don't really know that today is actually February 4th. So Rosa Parks was actually born on today. Today is Rosa Parks' birthday.
Oh, really?
Happy birthday, the lady who gave everybody the right to say no. I'm not getting. Never mind. Let me shut up.
Yeah, she was born on today in 1913. Rosa Parks'
Yeah,
birthday is today.
they're saying that Juneteenth became federally recognized in 2021. Wow.
What?
That's like recent. Biden
That's
did
recent.
that. Yeah. He
Biden
signed
did. Oh.
adding it to the government holiday calendar after both.
We've been celebrating Juneteenth since Obama was in office, but it didn't become a federal holiday until Biden technically signed
That's
it into
right.
law. But
That's
we were
what saying.
celebrating for a while.
Juneteenth didn't become federally recognized until 2021, but it's
Yeah,
been
but
going
we
on
still
before that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we still had our little cookouts and parties on that day. Yeah, it's Juneteenth, but yeah, now we get a day off and we get paid for it. So, which I kind of don't really care for because technically it's just the government now has a reason to shut down in the middle of June.
That's that's that centers around the actual day we really got freed, right? Something like that.
Well, I mean, Juneteenth, I feel like the only reason, I mean, Biden probably was like, yeah, you got a day. And I'm like, okay, but you just, now it's another reason for you to get an extra day off for the year. That's really what it is to you.
Hold on.
You just got extra day off.
I'll call you back.
So to me, that's what it feels like. That I mean, I understand that it is a holiday, and I'm I'm glad that we have it. But at the same time, it's like for the white people, they're like, okay, then sure, give them a holiday. We get a federal holiday. We get an extra day off now. To me, that's what it feels like.
Hey, I'll take it.
So
I'll take it all.
I mean, I will. I mean, I don't get no day off because if it don't fall off my off day, then I don't get it. But I
Right,
get
that
paid
bus
extra.
run every day. Y'all don't have no days off. Bus don't stop running, right?
Nope,
At all.
not at all. But I get paid extra though. So
Right, time and a half.
nope, I get paid double.
Well, excuse me, double time.
Yep, because I get paid 8 hours whether I work that day or not, and if I work that day, then I get whatever hours I work that day, and plus an additional 8 hours, which is a whole extra shift. We need a national government payment forgiveness loan. We already in debt. You trying to cripple the goddamn economy?
Well, we really went an hour and a half, and we could actually end this show now. And I just want to take the time to thank y'all once again for what y'all did. No, I'm probably folded. I'm just gonna say thanks, Sean, for for doing what you did, and um
Is she still touched?
yeah.
Well, before y'all go, just letting y'all know that starting at 4 p.m. sharp, probably at 4:01 because black folks are never on time. But starting at 4 p.m. 4:01 sharp, we are doing Red Alert Talk Show, and today's topic is actually a very interesting one. Since it is Black History Month, I chose a topic where hold on, I got it right here. I'm gonna actually pull it up and actually read it from the actual thing, so I won't get no information wrong because I'm old these days. But the topic is the one about cultural appropriation, the one about white BTA but black athletes in the world, and the one about our culture being stolen. Then we're going to be talking about the one about blocking people, the one about cutting people off without explanation, and the one about protecting your peace. And then we're also going to have a conversation about this Nicki Minaj and Megan Thee Stallion drama that's going on because I'm hella confused and I don't know what the fuck's going on. So we're going to be talking about all about that and more on Red Alert Talk Show.
Okay.
So if you're coming, I will send TPs. Just help in my inbox, and I'll TP you when it's time. For those of you who like to go party across the street with Tisa and DJ
Oh,
Extraordinaire,
we
they have
got a
a party
half
across the
hour
street.
now, yeah, and I can go grab something in between.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why are
Oh,
you
what did you
stumping
do?
me?
Oh, I like that. How
She-
you do that?
Please
Don't encourage it.
don't.
Oh Lord.
It's on you just sitting there taking it like a man.
How you said taking it.
Take that.
There's always a
All
beauty.
right, so real talk.
Put your ass in my face. Anyway,
Look, we do have a wrestling
some
ring
pussy
we can
money.
bring out here now.
no, we don't have a wrestling ring we can bring out there. That can stay right where it's at.
You
Nope,
scared?
we're gonna bring it out.
Not is you scared.
I ain't
Yeah.
scared. I mean, I don't know because of this. But I gotta fight her. Then here come LaVon, and here come her daughters and her kid. And I ain't got time for all that. I can't beat her down. Then I gotta beat LaVon down. And then I beat her. I can't do it. Canelo, you wasn't even here on time, so you be quiet. Oh,
Well,
All right, y'all.
Sorry, my
what
event
did
went
you
longer
do?
than I thought it was going to.
and whatever. Excuses.
Canelo, you're
Stop.
not wrestling
I don't
today?
know.
I was commentating today.
I don't know.
I hear you. You still wrestling?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We gotta, maybe we should have, Sean, how about we have, because you usually wrestle during the show, right?
Yep.
We should go over there and go on site.
Okay. I'll
Yeah,
go in
well,
there and whip Canelo
Yeah,
ass.
go
I sure
on
will.
site. We commentating on the side live.
I got a
Why you
female
not-
avatar and everything. I'll yank the hair
Sean,
out
man,
your
that's
head.
what I'm thinking of doing
Oh my
too.
God, with
Like,
the hair.
go to different events.
He's
Shit, Sean,
jealous.
you ain't shit.
Compliments, bro.
Over there pulling out weaves and shit. Do you know how expensive our hairs be?
I know, right?
Exactly.
Even in the
That's
game.
coming,
Even in
I'm
the
gonna
This is my real hair.
Tony,
I hear you.
Yeah, you gonna be bald headed when I'm done.
Hello, nice to meet you, Tony.
You're gonna be ballless when I'm done.
You gonna be bald because I got a female avatar. I'll fuck you up.
Yeah, you didn't hear what she said, huh?
Really, how you get so short?
She didn't say bald. She said
Berlin's
without-
always been short. Don't you know Berlin like 4
No,
foot,
when I
like
have
4
to
foot
put the
5?
camera
Wait,
on
wait,
her.
excuse me?
Oh, in real?
Berlin like
She's
4
short?
foot 5 in real life. Yeah, she really is. She really is short in real life. She like 4 foot 5 in real life.
No, she's not 4'5".
Sir,
That girl is
it's
4 foot
not
5
you
in real
coming for
life.
me. I didn't even do anything. All I did was stand up and try to introduce my siblings.
You know she's
You
4
coming
foot
for
5 in
my
real
height?
life. See how she didn't correct me? See how she didn't correct me?
I am 5'3". Thank you very much.
4
Period.
foot 5. Don't let her lie to you.
Yep.
That's
I
understanding.
do it.
That's a midget. 4'5".
What?
That would be a midget, 4'5", Sean. Come
Yeah.
Four three is a midget. I think
Yeah.
4'3"
on. What's
is a
the
midget.
standard midget? 4'3"?
5'3" in real life, so that's not. I'm not short.
I'm 5'4", so that's
We're
not
5'4".
short.
Y'all are short. Y'all are very short.
I'm 5'4"
Yeah,
and a
yeah.
half. I always
That's
felt that half.
petite.
We're
Oh, the perfect height.
But in this game, we're 6 feet or 5. We're 6 feet, 7 feet in this game.
That don't make myself taller. Than, I just said I'm short.
Ecstasy, I'm gonna pass you that.
Yep.
Oh.
But you know what? If you wanted to sponsor a show, it could be sponsored by Wakanda. But we already have our own announcers, but I'm sure they would let you have one guest announcer to join us.
Okay.
Okay, well, I'm
I'm
gonna
mad
try
that you let this
think
man
about that, 'cause
sit
we
there
did
and
bring
talk
the
like
ring
that.
right here.
I should slap you in the back of your head.
You know, we did have it on the show and had the ring right here, so
Uh-huh.
maybe we'll do that again down
Don't you
the
gotta-
road too.
Yep.
Beating up somebody. All right, y'all. Thank you. Thanks again for everything.
Yeah. Sorry I was late, y'all.
And all. It's very touching. Go.
Don't you have like a?
So
I was
that's
trying to
our
find
show.
Julia's face so I was like something to fuck
Normally
at
we
her, but she
walk
didn't have
over
one on.
here to the club. Yeah. I gotta check. When today? You sent me something. Yeah,
I
wait
gotta
a
go
minute.
with
I
your
remember you
Red
sent
Alert
me
and set up
something.
for that show. So I'll see y'all there if y'all decide to come.
TP me, ho.
Did you get that? What I sent you?
I think I did. Wait, hold on.
That hoe ain't even on TP.
Not today. You didn't send it today, though.
Yes, I did.
Okay, hold on. Because I have to be in unavailable mode the whole time of the show. So I go and check all my stuff when I come out of unavailable. So let me get out of unavailable first. And that'll be our show. Let me stop recording. The show link is going to be kind of screwed because I couldn't record it